So, hey, it's Mike Duffy checking in from don'tgethacked.ca and moopeentertainment.com. I just realized something. I was reviewing my live streams, and I think when I point up here for Don't Get Hacked, you're seeing Moopo Entertainment. I think I'm pointing to the. I love technology. You just gotta love technology. I had a few interesting conversations yesterday with some CEOs of some enlightening conversations with CEOs, because as a business owner myself, startup, small, there's me, and then I rely on a few virtual people to deliver our services. Majority is this guy, and then I have experts I trust, right? That I know where my domain is registered. I know how my website works. I know we're not doing email marketing right now just because the person who was in charge of it stopped doing it, and I just have not found the person to take over yet. So it's been a year. No, you know me, I'm not a hard sell. There's no email marketing right now. I've failed on email marketing. Anyway, just conversations I have with business owners. Where's your revenue coming from? Where's your leads coming from? If I can help you out, I'm more than happy to help you out. I know what my monthly numbers are. I'll compare them with your monthly numbers. A lot of business owners I talk to have less. Their monthly numbers are less than mine, so I'm giving them pointers, right? I'm trying to help them make more money. Then ones who are making more money than me, I ask them, well, where's the revenue coming from? How well is the brand known? Ideal clients? All these questions I asked in my podcast, Business Speed Dating with Magic Mike, because of course, on my journey to be omnipresent through purpose and authenticity, I want to help you. If you're struggling, if you're working too hard and not making enough money, let's kind of dive into your numbers and just see if I can shed some wisdom on that situation, right? So I've been getting into more groups, more Facebook groups and stuff like that, where people are like, hey, you actually know what you're talking about. Thank you. I do know what I'm talking about. And along with, when it comes to technology and documenting your assets you have, because the worst thing to happen is you don't have any of your digital assets documented, and then emergency hits or divorce happens or all that type of stuff happens. And then you're in a scramble to figure out what you've been doing with your life's purpose, right? Because you've been doing the same thing for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Something happens, and then it's up for you to figure out how to move on with the rest of your life. There's going to be emotional attachment to it. There's going to be financial attachment to it, pain and suffering. Some people move on really easy from disasters, and other people, it haunts them for the rest of their life. You can see that with loss of business. You can see that with loss of spouse. You can see that with divorce. You can just see all these people's situations and what they're attracting to themselves, unfortunately, because they don't have control and nothing is documented. This is what I talk about in chapter 11 of brandsharksbook.com. Protect your digital assets. It's about having a plan. You got a plan for house insurance. You have a plan for this. You got all these plans, but usually when it comes to documenting your digital life, it's all over the place. You have no idea the digital assets you have. I want to shame you on that. I'm here to help you. That's what we do in our monthly program. We help you. We send you forms, and we help you start documenting your digital life and organizing your digital life, because there's always going to be passwords. There's always going to be new apps, new websites you have to use, etc., etc., etc. And if you just have the idea that you just don't care, disaster is going to strike one day and you're not going to be ready for it. And then emotional and financial stress is just going to stop you in your tracks. I know. We've all been there before. If you don't believe me, go check out my YouTube account. We escaped from a Jeep fire. Yes, a Jeep. A 2021 Jeep Gladiator tried to wipe us out in August of 2021. Brand new vehicle caught on fire. So, try not to get emotional over that. It's just 2 years now, and Situation variables could have been much, much different. I had conversations with some CEOs yesterday, different CEOs. They don't know each other. It's just random conversations. Not random. Obviously, they're happening on a purpose, right? They're happening on a purpose, for a reason. And these particular people are just concerned about weird stuff happening in their business. And they've got enough detective skills to understand that emails are going missing. Revenue has changed and it's not the same revenue. So is there people inside the business sabotaging the business? So conversations with CEOs yesterday to clarify what could be going on in their business. My first questions are going to be, do you have access, administrative access to all of your digital assets? What are your digital assets? Your domain, your email system, your website, your social media, and whatever else has, depends, usually the CEO's chief executive officer, it's up to you to make sure the business is running smooth. But it's a big but. Do you have all those digital assets I just listed? Do you have them recorded somewhere? Do you have administrative access, or are you relying on your trust with somebody? You have a trusted person who you believe you trust is in charge of that stuff. It's very simple for me to go and look up your take your domains, your business.com, your business.ca, your business.org, your business.info, whatever your domain is. It's easy for me or any other tech guy out there to look it up, figure out where it lives, and see if we can get you into your stuff. This is why having your passwords recorded is super important. Because a lot of times I ask CEOs, the business owner, can we go log into your stuff? And then the answer is, I have these passwords from 2019. Have you logged into them recently? Do you still have full access over your digital assets? Good question. Most of the time, the answer is no. A website creator, a website developer, a chief technology officer, a manager in your business, usually somebody else has newer credentials than you, and you're locked out of administrative access on your business. Happens a lot. There's current customers I have who are currently locked out of certain systems that they have. They are aware of it, but if we go ahead and change stuff, we probably have to change, all their stuff. Website might have to be switched. Email system. So, asking you as a CEO, the master of your business, you're in charge of the destiny of your business. Do you have a digital footprint, all your stuff recorded for domain, website, email, CRM, like all the digital assets that run your business? Yes, that could probably be made much, much more efficient and smooth. We can always get to that point, right? We can always scale your bit, fix the cohesion between all these working parts and scale the business. But there's other questions like traffic, etc., ideal clients. There's all these other things that go into that. But at the fundamental, the key pieces you need are your digital assets recorded. Because if you're trusting a business partner or a chief technology officer or like general manager in your business, what happens when that person goes rogue? They're going to go rogue at some point. You have administrator access, or can that person be sabotaging your business? It's not that challenging to log into somebody's email and create filters and forward emails. I see this all the time when we're doing investigative services to find out where wire transfers went to. Like when there's financial theft occurring in a business, We start looking at email rules and who actually has control over the email system, because all it takes is one person who's not the CEO to go in there and make some tweaks and start draining the revenue of a business. My first thing, like CEOs I talked to yesterday, I'm like, do you have a lawyer? And they're like, their answer was whatever answer that they gave me, right? And I'm like, I think you should have a further conversation, because I'm like, I found out yesterday with one business, we have DNS access and it's perfected by 2-factor. So I told this business owner, I'm like, we can turn off your email system tomorrow. I'm going to go in and back up the email tonight. I backed it up last night, but like, I just need 30 seconds and we can turn off your email system and kick out everybody who's draining your resources. So anyway, this is today's message is for all the CEOs out there. I understand you may have a business partner, you might have a chief technology, if you're into the multi-million-dollar business, you can have a chief technology officer, a chief revenue officer, all these C-level suite positions. But the CEO should still have you may have a full IT team that you trust, that you hired personally, but the CEO should still have full administrative, unless there's a legal reason in your jurisdiction, in your country, your state, your jurisdiction, where the CEO is not allowed to have full admin access to DNS, website, email, all your digital assets. They should. Whoever, shareholders, like somebody should have access to all that stuff. And I'm saying, not everybody who is your partner in your business is really your partner. There's always ulterior motives. I have to reconstruct email systems. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that came up yesterday and this morning. Like, I had a planned email migration that was supposed to happen this weekend, and then I'm realizing the documents and settings that I'm getting from the marketing partner, nothing works. So I've had to go and talk to, send a message to a CEO of a different business, because I'm like, my client is being affected by the company they hired out for marketing. And I've been giving non-factual information. And I'm like, so I sent an email like midnight last night after I was done my investigation. I'm like, okay, you're telling me the story is this, but this is actually what I'm finding. So this needs to be corrected, because I've been waiting on this marketing partner for at least a month, if not going on 2 months, to make this email change for this business, and nothing is as it seems. So I'm like, you know what? It seems really shady. And I know people maybe people know they're being shady when they're hiding information, but the CEO always needs to know, because then that way they can make proper decisions. Because I'm a technology coach, no matter if you're small entrepreneur, startup business, you got 50, 100 employees or more. We got to have this honest conversation about the digital assets that you require to run your business, because I can't help you if you can't give me the proper information. I'm going to tell you, I'm honest and truthful, authentic and purposeful. I can't help you unless I get all the proper usernames, passwords. I start building out a map of what assets you have. And I'm like, okay, here's the weakest points. How do we get access to this stuff? You can go spend all the money you want on digital marketing, but if your website, if you don't have full access to the other digital assets of your business, no amount of marketing is going to fix your business. You can have all this money coming in, but if you can't even get all your emails proper, or this or this or this, you're just going to have all these non-working components of your organization. It's going to just drive you crazy. And there's so much emotional stress and financial stress that comes from when your machine's not oiled and it's not working smoothly. Like, you've got all these components to your business. DNS is really important. Website's important. Email's important. And then CRM or social media. Like, all these things work together, but they need to be seamless. And if somebody in your business is undermining one of those critical aspects, everything's going to fall apart. You're not going to be able to scale at all. So, anyway, thank you for listening to my message directed towards CEOs this morning, because I've talked to a few CEOs over the weekend about things that aren't right in their business, and they can't get me the credentials I need to actually make sure there's no shady business going on. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day. It's Monday, 10:07 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.